I'm Suzy from SHMaKS 5, and you guys are watching our latest movie review, which is for the movie Les Mis. Yes, this is a different background than you're used to, because I am at home now for break. I went and saw it on Christmas, the day it was released. Okay, let me just say, I am coming at this from a theatrical point of view versus a cinematic point of view because I am in love with a musical, I'm a theater person, and that is what I based my judgment off of. Sorry, biased, but I don't really care. I guess, overall, I thought it was good. It still made me feel a lot of those deep, heart-wrenching things that the musical does. However, nothing is going to do for me what that musical does. Hugh Jackman was good. I think he portrayed Jean Valjean very well. I do. Colm Wilkinson is still my boy for Jean Valjean. And I loved that the directors included him in the movie as the priest in the beginning. Colm Wilkinson was the guy who played Jean Valjean on Broadway and in the 10th anniversary Dreamcast. And he just knows that character so well, and I was really happy to see they at least included him. So that was really cool. Back to Hugh Jackman. Yeah, he was good. His vocals were good. For those of you who don't know, he did start out in theater in Australia. Actually, I think his first role was Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. He did a pretty good job. His vocals were pretty good. His acting was really strong. I always think Hugh Jackman's acting is really strong. With little child Cosette, I really felt like that he was like accepting her as his daughter, and like he wanted to take care of her. And I really felt that with him. Which brings us to Amanda Seyfried, naturally. I'm sorry, I love her, usually. I couldn't stand her, okay? Every time she was on screen and singing, I was like, shut up. Her vibrato is too much. It is too much to the point where I can't even understand what she's singing. And she just whenever she got really high, it was all completely breathy. It was like a mouse was singing. She just had no support. And that drove me nuts. Fantine, Anne Hathaway's Fantine, I thought she was good. I thought she was really good. I love Anne Hathaway. I don't think she was everything the critics were saying she was. I felt like I Dreamed a Dream was dragged out far too long. She took way too many pauses and liberties with the tempo. But I really felt the emotion in it, which was great. The scene right before leading up to the song and the song itself, I really felt like my heart broke for her. Spoilers, everyone. Her death scene was beautiful. It really was. Seeing her like reaching out for what she thought was her daughter was great. She and Hugh Jackman, I thought, had a pretty good rapport on screen. I thought their relationship was pretty good, especially at the end when she comes back to see him as a spirit. I thought that was really great. Because, I mean, he's taking care of her child. He raised her child for her. We need to talk about Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, my friend, you are a great actor. He's not Javert. He can't sing. I figured out what bothered me about his singing. His upper range, when it would get that high at the top end, it was too high for him naturally. So he got very nasally. He put it very forward in his nose, and then he lost his diction. So it got very... So it was hard to understand him, and it just sounded bad. But then when he was like in the lower range and he let his voice settle, it was a lot better. I actually enjoyed it when it was settled. That being said, my biggest problem with him, and actually with lots of people throughout this movie, was the speak singing. It is one of my biggest pet peeves when you are singing to sing a line that is written to be sung. It's like you're just talking to melody. That's not what this song was written for. Okay? That's just not. Javert's suicide. Anyone else think that was a little over-dramatic? And to hear his back break? Oh my god, that was like cringing. Ugh, I didn't like it. And I'm sorry, were French waterways that sophisticated back in the 19th century? I really don't think so. Eponine was good. I really felt really bad for her. And when she took that bullet for Marius, oh my god. And Marius, I was pleasantly surprised by Eddie Redmayne's performance as Marius. He was very good. He had very good vocals. He got a little throaty sometimes, which I've not experienced with on-screen singing before. It was kind of weird. But he was good. His freckles are adorable. His freckles are adorable. They're just adorable. Aaron Tveit, who plays Angel Ross, the leader of the revolution. Oh my god. Good for you, boy. He started on Broadway, and he's so great. If you guys liked him and you want to see more of him, look up the original Broadway cast of Next to Normal. He's fabulous. His death scene was like, it was so good. So good. The Thénardiers, they were funny. They were very funny, and it was very much parts that went well for Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter. Mouthful of names. I thought they could have done more. I think they had the opportunity. They could have gone way over the top. I loved Master of the House. That was great. I wish they had kept that energy and that comedy through everything that they did, because it would have been, like, up here versus, like, here overall. The CGI in this movie was not that good. The paper, when Valjean rips up his, like, parole paper and sends it off into the sunset, I was like, oh my god, what is happening? What was your budget for this? Because it wasn't good. I'm sorry, it wasn't. The way they portrayed the poor in this movie, at the end of the day, perfection. Victor Hugo would have been proud. That is exactly what he wrote for, and exactly the point he was trying to make. Like, you see all these people starving and sick and dying and disgusting and dirty, and they're just in these alleyways with nothing, and then you see these police officers riding by on these fancy horses in their fancy clean uniforms. It was just, that was brilliant. And the lovely ladies also, all the poor in this movie, I felt for so much, and that is Victor Hugo's message. That was always his thing. He was the champion of the poor. It was great. I really appreciated that on their part. The new songs they added, this music is so beautiful. I don't understand why they thought they needed to add more songs, but they did, so whatever. Two things that bothered me, though, okay, about the songs. Number one, I was pissed that they cut out a verse of Little Fall of Rain. Eponine, I felt like, was cheated out of her role. She is a very important character, and they just kind of let that go. That made me mad. Number two, they pissed me off at the end when they changed the ending. With the end, for those of you who know the musical and have seen the movie, the end, when Valjean is about to die, Fantine comes back in her spirit form, and Eponine joins her, and they have one of the most beautiful harmonies I've ever heard in my entire life, and it is gorgeous, and it's close to my soul, and they changed it! Another thing that they did, that cut back Eponine's part, which was not there, because that is a beautiful moment, and they ruined it! One Day More was great. The ending barricade, okay, I really liked. I loved seeing them all up there. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. I went in skeptical. It was what I thought it would be. It was good. It wasn't the musical. I know, I went in, I knew it wouldn't be that way, and that's what I expected, so that's what I got. I still would recommend you go see it. There were a lot of people crying in the theater, and I think it is really a heart-wrenching movie, and it's such a good story. So anyway, that's what I thought of the movie. Let us know in the comments what you thought. If you disagreed, which I'm sure some people will, please let us know, talk about it, get a discussion going. That's what movies are for, to discuss them. So, again, I'm Suzy. This was for SHMaKS 5. Please like and subscribe, watch our other videos, and I'll hopefully see you guys again soon. Bye!